I feel sorry for the world because we tend to blame everything on it, and we tend to blame everything on the environment that we're surrounded by, and we tend to blame everything on the people that are around us, and we just feel like we need somebody to blame for everything that's going on in our life. But that's not true, because we can also be the enemy of our own. So we can't always think that if something negative is going on in my life, it's because of the people that I'm with, it's because of the world and how people perceive me, but it's because of me and how I see world and what I think I should be, because of what the world thinks I should be. So I don't know if you're getting what I'm trying to say here. Is basically a good way to say this is by saying that fact that we're so in denial about certain stuff that we don't accept the fact that we don't know things. We always think that we have to know everything, otherwise we become these weak individuals that the world is going to start perceiving in different way. And so we decide to put on an act of the fact that I know everything. I don't need an advice from somebody. I don't need a word of wisdom from somebody. Like, what is she trying to say? Like, does she think she's the most smartest person? As if we can't think this for ourselves. It's like we get so in denial about certain stuff that we feel like we know everything, and maybe the world has portrayed you or has made you believe that you know everything. You might be really good at certain stuff, and you feel like there's nobody above you. There's no one who can know better about that certain thing than you can know. But there is, and there is somebody also better than that person who might know those stuff about that you specifically know. So there's always somebody better than us, but we are lied to by the world or by the people who make us believe that we're the only ones who are good. So I don't know, but I'm saying this to you as well. I'm not going to say as if I'm not getting myself involved into this, because I am part of this people. So we just sit around and think that there's nothing you can tell me that I've never gone through. There's nothing you can tell me that I've never seen, because I know everything, okay? So who asked for your advice? Who asked for your opinion? Because I know everything. And that's like this bad part about ourselves, because we're so in denial to admit the fact that we don't know things. We always feel like we need to prove a point to people. We always need to prove a point to somebody. But you don't. You can accept the fact that you don't know anything. There's nothing wrong with accepting the fact that you don't know something, because there's an impact, basically negative impact, if you don't accept that you don't know something. I'm going to use a simple example. For example, I'm going to use the study example, because that's the recent one that's coming in my head at the moment. But if you can think of something that you're so in denial about that has impacted you, has affected you negatively, go ahead and think about it. But for example, I can sit here and I know I need help with a certain exam or a certain topic, and I really suck at it, but because I know they know I'm good at it, so I'm just gonna be in denial to accept the fact that I don't know anything about that topic. So I'm just gonna be like, nah, you know what, don't tell me anything. If you have some points about it, I don't need it. And those people have done their own research, and they've probably experts in the topic that I'm doing, but I'm just gonna act like I know everything, because that's how the world sees me. I'm the person who knows what my stuff, I'm the person who knows what to do and everything like that. So I'm just going to be in denial to the fact that person who's about to offer me help, I'm just going to be like, no, I know what I'm doing, so don't bother telling me, because I didn't ask for it. I can do it myself, and I know exactly the answers to what I'm looking for, so I didn't ask for it. And you just put up this tough look and tough personality, and without realizing the outcome of that is just going to be bad, For example, I just had a good chance to pass an exam out of somebody who knows what they're talking about, and because I don't want to portray myself as a weak person or as a dumb person, I'm just going to pretend like I know everything. Now I'm about to fail an exam because of my in thing within me who doesn't want to admit that I don't know anything. So I don't know about you, but you can think of a good example to go ahead with that. But that's just a simple example that I was putting out. Like, we can really deny ourselves a huge opportunity in our life without realizing, because we've been stationed to think that we have to know everything, but we don't. Like, you don't have to know everything. You can accept the fact you don't know anything. Like, honestly, you admitting that you don't know anything, it's a good thing for you, because that gives you an opportunity. It gives you a chance to get to learn. We're like in this world of a cycle where it's always going to be about learning, because education never ends, and experiences are never going to end too. You're always going to experience something new. You're going to always learn something new. So for you to think that you will never experience something different from what you know, you can as well just forget about it, because you're going to sleep on it in the morning. You're going to wake up with the fact that in the morning you're going to experience something new. So for you to just sit and be in denial of the fact that there's some flaws within you, or there is some stuff that you lack, it's something I would say it's a weakness, and it's a disadvantage to yourself, because you're not allowing yourself to explore more of yourself, and you're not allowing yourself to get to know or to become more about things that you might not know about. Just because they said, I'm gonna use a certain name, just because they said, hey Jesse, man, you're so smart, you know this and this, you know, I can always rely on you. So just because you want to put up with that act, and you don't want to lose that part of you, or the reputation that you have in your society, or in your family, or in your peer group, so you're just gonna act as if that you should always know stuff, but you shouldn't. You know, why are you putting all that burden on yourself? Why are you putting all that weight on yourself? You're just tiring yourself to always think that you gotta be perfect, but you don't, because nobody's perfect, and you gotta let that sink in within yourself. And I feel like the people who admit they're not perfect, they're like the best people, because they're not show-offs. But if you never admit that you're not perfect, you're more likely to show off and just like feel like you can dominate everybody, and it's not good. Like, you just gotta lower yourself for a sec, okay? You can't always be up there. Like in one of my podcasts I mentioned, the spotlight will never be on you. It's not always gonna be on you. Yeah, it can be on you for a second, but it's not forever gonna stay on you. So it's okay to admit that you don't know something. It's okay to admit that okay, Marikia, you got a point. I don't know anything about this thing, even if people think I know something about it. And I can just admit, hey Jessie, I actually know nothing about this thing. So although people think that I know all these things, but to be honest, I don't know anything. It's just like the way they say, come to God with all your weakness, and come to God and ask for the help that you need with everything. So that's how the world also runs. You're living in this world of people, and you think that you're never going to need someone's help, or you're never going to need someone else's knowledge on certain things that you might not know anything about. Stop beating yourself up, and stop letting people, or stop telling yourself, I'm not going to say stop letting people, because this is you. You're the fault of it. You're the reason you're going through whatever losses you're going through right now, because you're not admitting to the fact that you can be wrong, and you're not admitting the fact that you don't have to always get everything figured out, and you don't always have to get to know everything, because nobody knows everything. No one knows everything in this world. So even if people tell you, I'm an expert in this, yeah, you can be an expert, but with some kind of limitation on things that you get access to. You know, we always need each other. You're not always going to be the one who knows every single thing that exists out there. Stop being about luck for yourself, and just admit the fact that you don't always have to know everything, okay? It's okay to admit it. There's nothing wrong with admitting, you know? I just feel like people think if you admit a certain thing that's weak within you that people have never seen, that the perspective of how they see you will change, and you just become more insecure, and then it just brings this certain type of person that you're not, but that's who you were supposed to be. Just you never let it be you. So I might cover more of this in the next section, but for now I'm just gonna encourage people to admit to themselves, and not just to themselves, even to people, that I don't know anything, yo. I don't know everything. Like, I don't know everything. So if you're gonna come to me for help all the time expecting that I know something I don't know, trust me. So, and it's so bad how people, when they admit something, people are not able to accept it. Like, if I'm telling you I don't know anything, don't look at it as if I'm being mean. Don't look at it as if I'm trying to be rude or I don't want to help you out. I'm being honest with you. Okay? So, because there's also that section where people will never believe the fact you don't know anything. And because of that, then those expectations grow within yourself. You grow those expectations within yourself that you feel like you always gotta prove them to something. But even if they think that you gotta know everything, when deep down you know you don't, keep up with that. Like, if somebody's gonna come to me and ask me for a favor and ask me help in a certain thing that they know I'm good at, and I happen to not know anything, I'm just gonna say sorry, I can't help because I don't know anything. Despite no matter how many times they're gonna tell me why you're being rude, why you're being that, and why you're being that, all of these negative comments they might make about me, I'm just gonna stay firm on the fact that I don't know it. I don't care whatever you say, but I just don't know it. So I don't know if you want me to bust it out of me by force, but I don't know it. Maybe approach somebody else who knows it, you know? So don't ever feel even pressured that you got to do yourself a disadvantage because you always got to admit that you know something that you don't even know anything about. So stop blaming the world and maybe start changing the way you think that you should be going about things, because you don't always got to know everything. And you not allowing yourself to a chance to grow and a chance to get to experience new experiences, a chance to get to learn something new because of your in denial, just stop it, because you're not doing the world a favor, or you're not doing yourself a favor, because you're basically just disadvantaging yourself. So just think before you be like, let me just put on an act like I know something when I don't. Just don't, because it's bad for you.